The Republican frontrunner's hardline stance on securing our borders, very hot-button issue as voters head to the polling stations in the winner-take-all state of Arizona. Joining me now is Sheriff Paul Babeu, Sheriff of Pinal County in Arizona. Sheriff, good to see you again.
Good to see you, David.
Do the voters in Arizona, as they go to the polls today, make a connection between the terror attacks overseas and their lives?
Absolutely. This is the number one issue, the lack of border security, the lack of enforcement of the law when it comes to immigration. And this is national security, foreign policy. We have terrorist threats from ISIS. And when we talk about a secure border, it's not just because of the illegal immigration issue or the drug cartels we're fighting. What about ISIS? If 82,000, 130,000 illegals can come through just here in this part of Arizona, certainly those with military training, deliberate plans like ISIS or a terrorist, they can certainly come in through this unsecured border.
They could, but Sheriff, is there any evidence that they have?
Well, there's nothing to say they haven't. We know of not just sleeper cells, but when you have this sheer volume in the military, I'm a retired Army officer, we refer to this as the likely avenue of approach. And so when you look at the threat analysis and you look at the Canadian border and our ports of entry, this is the likely avenue of approach for the enemies of America to come through. And that's why we need to secure it immediately.
Now, Sheriff, I know that you've seen an uptick recently in the number of illegals coming across the border, particularly kids, unaccompanied kids, which is really kind of worrisome. But Trump says he's going to shut down the borders. Is that even feasible to do?
Absolutely it is. And I commanded up to 1,100 active duty soldiers, airmen down in Yuma, and we supported our heroes in the Border Patrol. That sector of the border is absolutely secure. It's now up to 96%. We had armed soldiers at the border while we built the double barrier fence, complemented by technology. And then third in sequence, most important, enforce the law. Okay. Shouldn't be a novel concept. That's what we need to do.
So it can be done. Sheriff Babeu, great to see you. Please come back soon.
Good to see you, David. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Melissa.
Here's another look at where Mark